behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll try the left side. Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
91. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Echo. Get it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. 41 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw off these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On the set.
58, Mike. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know.
Buzz.
58. Go. 58.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field.
Down. 50. Plant.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
On 1st down, Taylor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now! Let's go! Hit it!
On 3rd down, Taylor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
Check hot
Go!
route.
Shoot!
They'll try and run for it. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
their own 17-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Ready,
The
break.
run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got him. Hey, check 24. Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Steelers nothing.
Here we go. Look, squeeze. 18 Gator. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where did this one go out? Now they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line.
Here we go. 10 logo.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Oh, yeah.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Right there. Hey, let's get that ball. Let's get that ball right here.
Hey.
Bud, be ready. Be ready. No. Off.
Yes. Snap.
They'll try the left side. It's Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 3rd down, Taylor. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Target. Switch.
Go.
Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Say go.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
You got tight right there.
22 jet bombers.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Ready.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
Stop your body. Watch twist.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal. At the
On the ready.
AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential match. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets him 6 points.
And in contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it.
Now Carson fumbles the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Brings up second and goal.
Hey.
The Steelers' 23-yard line.
Get it.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Go! 18 Gator.
Down to lose 1.
They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
2nd and 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Gay is on for the point after. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hard, hard. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first.
Down. 15, line it. 15 line.
All day. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
5.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 55 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
2nd and 11. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Right back to him on 1st down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's going to be a long...
He'll drop to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
On the ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Down. 90 Wolf.
Check with the yard. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Now.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop. To throw on second down. Lawrence. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's second and 8. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Go! Ready?
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Check nickel.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Yeah. Hey, Alpha.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the crossing route, complete. That's Schwartz. That one goes for 30 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Go!
Second and 10. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Hey, dude. Look at me. Zipper.
58's the money.
Now.
Second and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, They're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.